deciding what I was going to talk about today, I decided, if you guys recall the first speech I did, the one unique thing about me, I explained that I play trombone. That's me. So I decided it would be a good idea to explain why I play it and why you guys should try to play some sort of instrument. And I started playing instruments in elementary school. Like most of you, I started with recorder. A lot of people in Florida, for some reason, they played recorder. And I didn't just stop there. In middle school, I started playing trombone. And then in high school, I picked up piano as well. And with all that experience, I've kind of learned firsthand the effects it's had on me, like long term, just not even just mentally, physically as well. And those effects are what I'm going to talk about. There's a lot of benefits to playing an instrument. It enhances your hand-eye coordination, the connections between your brain and your hands working together. That's the number one, it's the number one most important thing you do when you do play an instrument, because you're reading music and you have to play what you're reading with your hands. It's a little bit difficult, but it helps, and it teaches you discipline. You have to learn how to listen to your conductor. You just have to be trained. It also helps your listening skills, obviously. You're listening to yourself, and if you're in a group, you have to listen to everyone else. You can't just mute everyone else. You have to definitely listen to everything. You also have an increase in self-responsibility. You can't just rely on other people to do your job, especially when you're in a group playing, because you're also a part of it. You have to play music. You have to do your part. It helps your concentration, especially long term. And it also helps your performance skills and reduces your stage fright, actually. There was a study done by a woman. She was a neuropsychologist. Her name is Nadine Gabb. She did a study discovering the strong connections between learning an instrument and different cognitive processes. And she found that when you play an instrument, you technically use more parts of your brain in higher concentrations than someone who doesn't. This top row are a child who has been taught an instrument for a long time. This is a child who's untrained. So these spots are way bigger than this spot for a kid that hasn't learned an instrument, because it works every part of your brain. It's it was also shown that over time, your brain actually grows from playing instruments. Older people, their brains are bigger. There's more gray matter, it's important, but it's actually kind of just cool to see that difference. And it's not too late to start playing an instrument. I know it's kind of important to start younger, but this woman named Jennifer Bugos was an assistant music professor at USF, and she studied the impact of individual piano lessons for adults between 60 and 85. After 6 months, the people who did receive the piano lessons showed significant improvement in mental, verbal, fluency, cognitive functions compared to those who hadn't. So don't feel discouraged. You can do it now. It doesn't even matter if you're bad or not. It helps either way. With all of those benefits that I've seen, and that I've shown you, I think you kind of realize why I think it's important to just try to pick up an instrument. It could literally just be you trying to play the piano, and it's pretty easy when you find a book. There's beginner books for adults, and it's not too difficult. And with that experience, I don't think I would be as successful as I am today, educationally and socially as well. And thank you.